Hey everyone, it's Char from Char's Fashion Nation. We're actually back the day after Christmas. Oh, I was on my feet so long yesterday. The kinkle. Okay, so we have to heat the oven to 375 as it says right. Hold on. Here in the book. Like I said, this book is old. So don't judge me on that. That's a simple book. Okay, so that's on 375. I just wiped down my stove. Always wipe down my stove. Look, I wipe down the entire kitchen before I go to sleep. Okay, that's how I do that. And then I also make sure that my hands are clean. For those of you out there that don't think that I actually wash my hands, there's very few of those people out there, but I do actually wash my hands. So I'm gonna grab the cookie dough. The coffee is brewing. Oh my gosh, I needed that so much for the coffee to be brewing. Okay, that has been in the refrigerator all night. I can't wait to open it. So I'm not just gonna cut it like this and do it. No, I'm going to do section, small section. Make your cookies last if you can. So I'm gonna get out a pan, a sheet pan, and line it with nonstick. A lot of people use parchment paper. I don't use parchment paper. I'm not partial to parchment paper. It's okay. It's just a thing. It's a preference, and it's not L'Oreal. Okay, now that I have my sheet pans lined. Now, these sheet pans are supposed to be non-stick. You know, I like the time and table cookware and everything. Y'all, it still needs help. The first time I tried it, it was definitely not non-stick. And yes, I do use a butter cooking spray because that actually enhances the flavor of what you're going for. Small pan look like it got more than this. Whatever. It's done. What's done is done, right? So I like to make sure that my bigger pan is all lined up with it and everything first. So put that there. Make sure that you can see what I am doing. Yes, there's stuff in the background over there. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Yeah. The other thing that you can do if you don't want to touch dough with your hands, and I don't have an ice cream scooper, and I don't really care about that. Not really. You just take a spoon. There's your cookie. Cookies don't have to look all perfect and fancy and everything. No. No, they don't. You're gonna eat them. I mean, I get it. It's the whole mind's eye. If it looks delicious, you want to eat it, and in your mind, it's gonna taste fabulous, right? It tastes fabulous. So we'll do a couple of these, or I'll do a couple of these, in a few different sizes. See what happens. I'm not going to put these too close together because I don't want to. So I'm just going to get both baking sheets full of dough. Now, as you can see, I have cookie out there, or cookie dough out there. A few different sizes, and I did put an impression in some of these just to see how they rise, whether these have to be in for 10 to 12 minutes. So let's get those in the oven. Some people say, oh, don't put 2 pans in at the same time. Well, if they fit, and you know you can get an even heat. Rob had us purchase a stove earlier this year because he knew I must have a good stove. So anyway, 10 to 12 minutes. 5 more minutes left. Let's check those bad boys. Look! Okay, let's shut the oven. But those look pretty so far. So over here, the Death Wish coffee has brewed. Yum. Now this one, I put the bags back in the fridge. It's a mix between the pre-ground espresso. It's not the espresso bean from this. I still have another unopened bag of espresso bean in the pantry. Anyway, and the Death Wish coffee peppermint mocha. If you haven't tried that, you can get the peppermint mocha over on Amazon. Or you can just go to deathwish.com. Death Wish coffee. You got to try some of that if you can afford it. They do have some at a good price. 11 minutes. Now I want to talk about when you are in a certain climate, it does actually affect your baking and candy making. That is so, so true. I just took these out. Look, lovely golden brown. That's a cookie should be. These are just sliding right off here. I love that. So we're just gonna test these ones with our coffee. Because remember, this has apple in it. So those fresh cooked apples in this cookie, it's like, it's healthy, but it's not. But at the same time, the house smells amazing. I did, however, shut off the oven because I don't know how long it's going to be until I come back in the kitchen. Yes, I am putting all of these on the plate. These ones on the smaller pan. I want you to remember this. A smaller pan doesn't necessarily mean it's going to bake as even as a bigger pan. You want to give your cookies some breathing. So even though it's the same brand of sheet, baking sheet. And these ones, if you notice, turned out a little more toasty on the top than the ones from, see, that one didn't turn out bad though. Ovens. When you're using your oven, I think this one has some weird over toast. No, I thought it did because of that edge. It's pretty good. So I'll meet you out there with coffee and some delightful looking cookies. So yeah, now we're out here. We have the cookies. Go ahead and take a cookie, Rob. Try it with your coffee. Which one I want. This is, now I dipped it in the coffee. That's a habit. Oh. What do you think?
It's good.
Okay, let me try the side that's not dunked. That is really good. Nice and fluffy and airy. So if you like new baking recipes, I hope you try this. The first part of it is in the Christmas Day cooking video. So go check that out. I'm gonna finish this. So stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. Yum, yum. And I'll see you in the next one. Always try something new. Bye.